I want to tell my viewers about the PSYOPs. You know, the beer witch, she is very strong because she has support from corrupt agents in the federal government. And, you know, we had to figure this out, you know, folks. She has a lot of support, and one time she messaged me and said, Ruben, Ruben. And she said, we have support from the federal government, corrupt NSA agents, CIA, you know, retired FBI agents, and retired ICE agents. And the beer witch was telling me, this is our team. So you wish you had this team, because I got $1 million. I surveillance everybody when they're drinking the beer. And this is what they were saying, folks. That you know, the corrupt agency going on, the cover up of the great beer heist. And yesterday we had some ideas, you know, that we're working on, but we really need support on our channel here, and so we can develop those ideas, you know. And we're working with the machine, and the machine has brought us information. But like, as I said, the enigma is standing in between the beer witch and our projects. Now, the beer witch has created a psychological operation in Liberty County. And the problem is that most of these people are like subconsciously like being manipulated. Now, I'm not somebody that deals with any of that weird stuff. All I know is that it exists. And it's too much, beer witch, too much. You bringing too much baggage up in here. And we don't even have those kind of people working over here. It's just us and the machine. Beer witch, you are so corrupt, beer witch, that you got like a whole organization that I call Hydra. I call it Hydra, folks. Like from the Avengers, Hydra. You know, it's and beer witch, we know you're working with Hydra. And you know, we don't care if, like, you know, if Hydra is like a multi-billion-dollar industry being used by corrupt politicians and corrupt CIA agents and mayors of the city of Liberty, Texas. And let me tell you, I found out something weird, man. Because the beer witch exists, and I found that beer witch, if you were over here, that would be you. I'll be honking that. But you're not over here, beer witch, because you got too much power. And we're looking at it. But we caught you. And some of our friends are making videos, and we're just looking at them videos. And we're realizing the secrets of the organization of Hydra. And you know, I'm over here But like I said, you know, you bring in too much baggage, and we find out all the secrets. And I don't know, man. I don't know who you got into with and why you have so much power, Beer Witch, to take other people's beer. And but like, we're over here in the United States of America, and we know that this must end. This must end, because we will not stand for a corrupt agency, corrupt government officials, etc., etc. And like I said, man, and like we know that you were talking with somebody from the town. Now, man, Beer Witch, you talked to that lady from the town. The town people are divided here, Beer Witch. You're with the other town people, and we're not even in that same department. I know who you talk to, and I know why you talking to that person, and we know that you're running a psychological operation. And now, you know, we gotta be careful what we listen to, what we watch. But we are just a grassroots campaign here, folks. We're grassroots, and the reason for that existing, you know, we don't have a lot of funding. Maybe one day somebody gives us $1 million to be like the Beer Witch, you know. But we're not the Beer Witch, and so we only starting with grassroots. Maybe we get $1, $1, $10 here and there, you know. Maybe. And one day, maybe we might get a taste of that ale. That beautiful ale. That beer and barley. But, you know, as I said, you know, we're not being covered by the mainstream media. The Chinese have infiltrated and cyber attacked us, relentlessly surveillancing us with the Beer Witch, and stealing our information with their spy balloon. So we're gonna be careful here, folks. We're gonna be careful. We're gonna be very careful here, because the Russians are coming with the Beer Witch.